Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcrow here, aka Scoop, back with the United Battle Championship, Season 5, Week number 3, prep talk, little kind of thing here I do, talk about my team build, and why I built the way I built it or whatever. And, basically we're playing Jonah this week, and he is the coach of the Great Lake Greninjas, as you see on the screen. He drafted Mega Scizor, Garchomp, Skarmory, Superior, Darmanitan, Donphan, Vaporeon, Thundurus, Therian, Kamala, Volby, and the Wymont. So, it's week 3, you know our roster by now, and if I make any changes, I'll let you guys know, but I haven't, so I'm not going to go over my team, but I'm going to tell you about the team that I actually do bring instead of my entire roster. Kieran Black, Life Orb set, special attack and variant. I guess it's not really, it's a naive nature with max special attack and 4 EVs in attack, and basically I think max speed is speed tied with Darmanitan, so we'll get into that in a minute though. Tank growth, nice this match, really good check to SERP, as long as it's not like already set up or something like that, and I pack, coverage for it. Mega Gardevoir is really good, pressures his team offensively. Can't really take a hit from anything, maybe SERP and Vaporeon obviously. I can trace abilities though, which is really nice. So yeah, that's the reason I brought Trace this week, is because he does have Water Absorb, Volt Absorb, and Rough Skin, and even, well, it wouldn't really matter, but I guess if I didn't have to Mega him off first turn and I could Trace Technician from Scizor, then my Hidden Power Fire would be extremely powerful. Rotom Wash, Fizdef variant, Salazzle, Nationplot set, and a Fiery MZ Mega Aerodactyl, which is pretty cool. So here's my actual EV spreads and whatnot, and my entire set. So I do pack Life Orb and Roost, which I think goes really well together on Kieran Black, because bulky enough to take a few hits and roost them off, and Life Orb, like I said, you can roost off the Life Orb damage as well. So extremely powerful Ice Beams, extremely powerful Outrages, and Hidden Power Fire is nice on the Scizor. Skarmory is actually 2-hit KO'd by Ice Beam anyway, and if he's Fizdef, he might straight up just drop, because I ignore Sturdy with my Terravolt, which is really nice. And yeah, just take a hit from Superior and hit it back with the Ice Beam. Can take a hit from Darmanitan and knock it out with Outrage. Potentially Speed Tie, unless it's Choice Scarf, which is very likely. Choice Scarf Darmanitan is very likely. But I do have Rotom Wash in the back for that. Anyways, just bring Kieran Black because it's a monster, and it looks like its fucking nickname's messed up, but that's supposed to be King Cold. The L is not supposed to be there. But I topped that all off really fast. No big deal. Kieran Black just generally great in every matchup. I'm probably going to bring it every match all season because it's just that good. There's really no switch-ins to it. So anyways, next up on the team here, we got Tank Growth, which is an Assault Vest variant with Regenerator, Giga Drain, Knockoff, Earth Power, Hidden Power Fire, not Earth Power, but actually Earthquake, which is for Darmanitan, and I guess not really much else, I guess. Really hard choice between Hidden Power Ice and Hidden Power Fire, but I decided Giga Drain hits Garchomp enough to break us up, unless he's like really bulky, like EV, to not be broke by us up. And Hidden Power Fire is just better against Skarm. At least I have something to hit Skarm and Scizor. as opposed to hidden power ice for Garchomp, which I could just Giga Drain instead. Unless, like I said, he's extremely bulky. Not much to say here about Tangrowth. It's just an Assault Vest variant. Max Spadef to choose special hits. Basically just a pivot, get rid of items. That's it. Prevents Garchomp. My team's not going to be swept by a Garchomp. I'll tell you that right now. There is no way. I have a fairy that resists the dragon. I have this ground type, or this grass type that resists the ground type. And then I have a Levitate Mon, 2 Mons that outspeed, 1 Mon that Okos if it's locked in the Earthquake or something like that. So I'm not worried about Garchomp. So hitting the power ice wasn't that necessary. But yeah, Knott's just really good for just absorbing a special hit, getting Regenerator, getting its HP back and whatnot, and just helping out the team. Basically, avoid damage. The rest of my team avoids damage because I have Tangrowth to switch into. Next up's Gardevoir here. I have Taunt, Hyper Voice, Hidden Power Fire, and Wish. The reason I have Taunt is because Scarm. I don't want it to set up rocks. I don't want it to set up spikes. I don't want it to be able to defog or roost or whatever it's going to do. I don't want it to be able to do it. I got the Hyper Voice. That's all I need in conjunction with Hidden Power Fire. Hidden Power Fire hits both Mons that resist Hyper Voice, and then the Hyper Voice basically obliterates everything else. And I got Wish there just in case, you know, I didn't really need a 4th move. I could have maybe put Substitute on here and maybe took a little advantage of something like, I guess, is, you know, the lower half of this team, those lower tier Mons. I guess I could have took advantage of those with Sub or maybe Encore or something, but I like to Wish. Maybe pass a Wish to something that got beat down like Kyurem or Salazzle, maybe even Aerodactyl. Anyways, I don't normally, when I'm facing the Mega Scizor, I would invest enough defense investment to live 1 Bullet Punch, but that's so obvious that I opted to not do that this time and give myself a little bit more special attack so that Hyper Voice will do more damage to things like Darmanitan. Hidden Power Fire is doing a whole lot more to Scizor, even if it's the Spadef variant, and Mega Skarmory, or Mega Skarmory, what the fuck? Regular Skarmory. There is no Mega Skarmory, what the fuck? So yeah, passing wishes is just really cool. You can pass a wish into Rotom Wash, which is really nice. My next Mon on the list here, which is just basically the same old Smogon set with Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Pain Split, defensive EVs. I do have a little bit of speed investment to speed creep a non-invested Scizor, just in case he could bring like a Spadef set. I mean, it's a really good check to Scarm with Bullet Punch, so I don't know. The thing about my team is, outside of Rotom Wash and my next month, Salazzle, I'm extremely weak to Scizor. So, like, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Extremely weak to Scizor, as you can see. If he's an offensive variant, my Aerodactyl drops to Bullet Punch. Gardevoir drops to Bullet Punch. U-turn or Bug Bite's doing, it's 2-hit KO and Tangrowth before I can 2-hit KO it. Bullet Punch 2-hit KO's Kyurem Black. I am invested. Well, I didn't have to be invested enough. I just had to not be a minus defense nature, which is why I'm a minus Spadef nature. If I was a minus defense nature, Bullet Punch could potentially knock me out. And at this range, it does like a maximum of like 68% or something like that, so that's pretty cool. Salazzle here though, don't take too much from Bullet Punch, but I mean, I'm not gonna want to take like a +3 Bullet Punch after rocks or something like that. But anyways, I am an expert belt, which is really, really nice because I don't have to take life orb damage and I get that extra damage that I need, or yeah, that extra damage output that I need after a nasty plot. Flamethrower runs through Scizor, Skarmory, Hit Power Ice through the Garchomp, which resists both other stabs, and then basically dual stab cleans up from there. And I am fast enough to outspeed his entire team, which is pretty amazing in my opinion. Like I said, I outspeed his entire team, so nothing's exactly going to be able to revenge kill me. If I'm, unless he's got like a Scarf Chomp or something, but I'm going to scout for that and stuff like that. So it's potentials. I guess it's just different scenarios and stuff like that. But yeah, this Nasty Plot set with the Expert Belt and 3 attacks is really, really nice. I think I am just invested enough to outspeed Superior as fast as fun, and then yeah, that's it. So Salazzle can really put in the work if I can get it in a position to do so. That's the key word, or the key phrase. Next up on the team is going to be Aerodactyl. I got the Fire EMZ here in case I can catch the Scizor off guard, or potentially even the Skarmory off guard. Ice Fang's there for if I have to choose between like Serp, Skarm, and Thunderous Therian. I'll probably click Ice Fang. If I know for sure it's Skarmory or Mega Scizor, I'm definitely clicking the Fire Fang, and maybe even the Fire EMZ. I have the Unnerve, so like berries don't matter. Like if he's got the Yachi Berry on the Thunderous or the Serp, or the Akka Berry on the Skarmory or the Serp. It doesn't really matter. Taunt there to prevent defogs, spikes, hazards from Skarmory if it's his lead. Prevents Scizor from Swords Dancing if I get into the late game, to where like he has to actually Swords Dance to win the game. Like he could Swords Dance, take any hit, well probably not take any hit. He might have like enough defensive investment to live a Fire Fang, maybe. Like Scizor's that bulky, but what I'm getting at is that I can prevent myself from choking the game away and letting the Scizor set up tremendously and run through my team by clicking Taunt, letting him click whatever he wants to click. If he clicks Bullet Punch, then I just bring in my last one, and then if he actually clicks Swords Dance and I click Taunt, I would prevent the Swords Dance, be able to click Fire Fang on the next turn, potentially knock him out, maybe not. And bullet punches are going to run through me, so it's all just dependent of circumstance. It's all circumstantial is the word, I guess. But yeah, that's the team I'm going to use to face Jonah, and yeah, that's going to be it. So let me know what you thought. I guess my team wasn't that well prepared for Scizor. I have no excuse for that. I'm looking at it right now. Scizor is just like a huge threat. I do pack coverage on a few of my mons for it. Actually, all of my mons for it. And Rotom naturally beats it. And Salazzle naturally beats it. But, I don't know, it's still creeping me out. Anyways, yeah. Check out the battle when it goes up. And leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all the good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.